What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the Guardian Report. We are live in the building. It's a beautiful May the 4th be with you day. All right, Star Wars Day. All right, everyone loves a little bit of Star Wars, baby. I don't care what game you play, where you're from. If you can't fuck with some Star Wars, I just don't know. Lauren has a BB-8 costume, like the big ball thing. I wish we should have prepared some photos for that. We'll post them on the.
Man, you guys should have wore your Star Wars costume today that you wore on the cruise.
We went on a Star Wars cruise in January, right before all this shit hit the fan, and it was lit. And we had some Star Wars costumes and shit. I look like a badass. I ain't gonna lie about it. All right, I was out there dueling kids left and right, smacking them down into the pool like it was the Force. All right? Dueling kids left and right. They were crying. They're running back. Fucking running around, beating that ass. Nah, dude. But anyway, what's up, guys? How's everyone doing? Say what's up in the chat. Let us know you're here. We want to hear from you.
So far, we got Cap and we got Goose. First time I've seen Goose. What's up, Goose? How you doing, buddy?
How we living? How we living?
Cap, good to see you as always. Thanks for tuning back in.
Yes, sir.
Week after week.
Got the studio work. We worked on the studio today, so I made the full switch. My full setup's in here now. Post some stuff up later, but way more legit. But I haven't eaten anything today because I've been doing it since 11 o'clock. I way underestimated how long it was gonna take. But yeah, been a great day. Oh yeah, Lauren, show me that. Look at this. Here's us, Star Wars Day on the cruise. Where'd it go? Look at Lauren in her BB-8 costume. Beep that shit out. I'm dead. Cute as hell, man. I ain't even playing. All right. Anyway. Let's fucking get right into it. We got a lot of great topics to talk about today. Dutch, you wanna start it off?
Yeah. So first topic today is the heir apparent. It's a weapon that people are getting now because Guardian games, they're getting up there. They're getting their their rank 7 in the triumphs for this seasonal event. Mm-hmm. And I've seen a lot of videos out there. I'm going to get it probably this week. I haven't really been grinding that too much because, well, I've just been focusing on trials at the moment. But I was wondering if this weapon was going to have any what are you doing? What, we lost you.
Nah, helping Lauren get the clock up. We live.
Yeah, so I was wondering if this was going to have a use in high-end activity. I don't really, personally don't see it having a use in PvP. Why would you want to use that as an exotic slot in your heavy? But are we going to see some uses? I don't know if you saw, I've seen Warlock use the top tree solar class, like the Dawn Blade, and he's just up in the air, just floating there with an arc shield, just spraying down bullets. Like
they that could be the AC 130 build. Just
Yeah, I mean, do we think that could have a place in a Grandmaster Nightfall and a raid if there was a team of warlocks floating through the sky, gunning down bosses?
I mean, like, realistically, no. It's a fun thing to play with. You can go do your normal strikes with it, blow through some shit, maybe run like some Seraph Towers or like just some fun casual stuff, but you're never going to be able to just sit in the air like that. You know what I mean? Imagine doing, like, you can't even like walk a foot out behind a rock in a Grandmaster Nightfall before you get fucking blown away. So, doubt it. But, you know, it's fun. People are having a good time with it. What's everyone's thoughts for those of you guys who have gotten the new heir apparent? What's up, Big Joe? How we living, my man? What's up, Kendo?
We got Big Joe. We got Duke, Goose, Cap. And, yeah, you know, we said this when we found out we were getting a new exotic machine gun, and I was very hopeful that we would get something that we could use in a high-end activity like the Grandmasters. I mean, we're still using the same setup that we've been running Nightfalls with for the past, 3-4 months now? I mean, We've been running Izanagi and Divinity forever. I know some people are using the Val, but I don't really see that as an option as far as speed is concerned. Like, it's not efficient for speed. Definitely the 2 Izanagi and the Divinity build is the best one that we've been able to use. I really would like to see them put out an exotic that we could, if we're not using that, we're running Anarchy. You know, when we play Garden or any type of raid, we're always using our Anarchies.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I mean, I think it could maybe have a place. Like, I mean, you know, who knew Xenophage was going to do what it did? But, I mean, when you do have a really good heavy machine gun like Xenophage, it's kind of hard to compete in the same class, you know what I mean? But, I mean, I don't know. I think it could be a fun weapon. I don't see it changing the whole meta around and being a go-to when really competing at high-end activities. But that's just my thoughts. I like it.
We got Mr. Briss in the building. What's up, Briss? How you doing?
What's up? How we living?
I would like to see it. Maybe like we had one Divinity and 6 Heir Apparents and like a Scourge of the Past or something like that. I would like to see how that plays out because you're not going to get crits off that weapon because of the flinch. But if you had something like a Divinity on the boss where that crit spot was enlarged, it would be cool to see how that would play out. So we just, we need to get our team in there. I mean, we've been doing Scourge again, and we're now using Darcy. I mean, we've been using like 6 Darcys, and we're blasting the dudes,
tearing them up,
blasting his nuts off.
There it is. What's wrong? Oh, you didn't unmute.
But it would be nice.
Setup, guys. We're working on some new stuff, so hit the air horn again, Lauren. The people want it. I need to have like the big nuke button with the little like glass case above it. You're just like,
just nuke you every 3 minutes.
Every 3 minutes a nuke. But yeah, I'm glad we got something. Nothing too special. I don't think personally yet. But could come around. You never know how things are going to fall into metas down the line with sandbox changes and whatnot. So super cool.
So that being said, talking about new weapons that we're using in high-end activities, Decon, take it away, my man.
Let's talk about the greatness that is the return of the sword. The slice and dice, baby! Okay, it's back, all right? I know it's been back. We said it was coming back when we saw the sandbox changes, but I guess I just haven't given it the time of day yet, all right?
You're not giving it the love that it needs. You're not giving it the attention. You need to cuddle your sword. You need to throw it over your shoulder and take it with you everywhere.
I'm not even playing out here, okay? I'm coming for him, all right? The sword! I'm talking about the battle! Watcha!
Where did you get a sword?
I will slice and dice them down! Okay, that's what I'm fucking talking about. Now, we did a last wish.
Where did you get a sword?
You never know what I'm pulling out. Well, sometimes I got to slice and dice up in here, all right? Some people have guns to arm themselves in case of an intruder. I slice and dice, all right? Ain't no easy way out. Guns are too quick, all right? Anyway, we did a last wish, and I don't think I took a sword off the entire time. It was insane. The damage was nutty. I was doing the most damage I've ever seen anyone do on... what's the going my blank? What's the boss
Riven.
with like all the ads? No, all the ads.
Shurichi.
Yep, Shurichi. I did like 1.7 million on a full run. We wiped on the last fucking boss, unfortunately, or the like last little plate.
We were running 5 swords, and Duke Bigums was running tractor cannon. So we were 5 sword tractor. Yeah. Whirlwind blade. Sword.
It's nutty, dude. You guys got to try it. It's stupid. We tried all the different things with spike grenades and stuff on Riven and weren't really getting close. The guy in our party was like, yeah, let's try the sword out, blah, 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 blah. First fucking try, literally a late start, I think. Like, if you go watch it back, it's on our Instagram, the clip. I don't even think we were on it, like, slicing and dicing right away. Like, I think we were a second or two late to it, and we still finished plenty of time. It's stupid, okay? We're going to be putting out a guide soon. We've been talking about doing a guide for just like the top DPS weapons. And the other thing has been like, I've been doing a lot of Garden before, but now I'm at Pinnacle Cap, so now I'm going back and doing the other ones. It doesn't have a place in Garden because of the range needed for those two like bosses. You know what I mean? It's a very like range.
I wonder what it would do against the barriers in the second encounter.
I mean, it would probably crush them, but...
Yep. You were using it, we did our Grandmaster for this week. You were using it on the overloads. Yeah. So I would stun them with Divinity, and you would just go up with the sword and just give them a hack and slash.
Yeah, dude, and you have to use it in conjunction with the 500% artifact mod. And that's kind of one of the things, like, I like the ability to use the sword right now, but with the artifact mod and those things going away, it's going to pull it right back out of meta when you don't have that. Like, I wish that was a permanent mod with maybe, like, a charged light build. You know what I mean? Where it was, like, when charged with light, receive 50% or 500% damage reduction with a sword to close enemies. Like something.
Well, that's kind of
the second that goes away, I think it's gone. You know what I mean? Like I don't see it still maintaining. You're not going to be able to run up to big enemies in high-end activities and slice and dice that you're going to fucking die. I'm still dying in Grandmasters with a 500% reduction. So, you know.
Well, and that's kind of part of the artifact too, is they want to switch different guns in and out of metas to switch it up for us. And that way we don't afford different metas. I didn't use those mods when we did the ribbon cheese, slicing away at his foot, so I don't think it's going to change that. Like, that encounter is not going to lose his cheese ability.
Yeah. But also they have the scavenger mod, which is like enhanced scavenger on the artifact as well, which was crazy for Kirochi because otherwise we were like having some ammo issues, like running it that heavy. And I definitely could see you running out. But I guess that goes for any gun as well. So definitely dope. If you guys haven't checked them out, be sure to try them. We're going to be putting out some videos and stuff too about it soon, hopefully. So look forward to those. What are the anyone have any thoughts on
Miss
that?
Rick says Quick Fang, and Kendo says sword meta 3-peak in trials. Yeah, I mean, we definitely see a lot of 4-peaking in trials. And people just too, they'll switch to their sword even if they don't have heavy, and they're using it to just dip across the map, especially hunters with the Quick Fang, and you know, it just can make for some nutty movement speed with those swords too.
But I don't need the sword for the 3-peak, dude. I got my fucking emotes locked in, all right? Locked and loaded.
I'm doing frothy shoulders and looking corners at the same time, all right?
Come on. Love it. So, all right, let's keep it moving. Rolling right in, the big nerf, the hot news of the week that everyone's been talking about. Hardlight, baby. Dutch, go ahead. Why don't you let them know what you think about the nerf, what you saw.
Hardlight, was this nerf needed? I mean, how many Hardlights did we see in trials last night? Devin and I, we ran up with this with a guy, Chrome, last night. It's the first time we ever ran with him, and I think we saw 1 or 2 Hardlights in our entire playing card. We breezed through 7 games pretty easily, and then we won like 3 or 4 games after 7. So we played a lot of games last night, and I think maybe I saw 2 Hardlights the entire time. I still think it's dirty. Like, I think people just automatically see Hardlight got nerfed, and then they just automatically scratch it. Like, summoners were everywhere.
Yeah, I'm done.
Definitely season of the summoner now. I mean, they were everywhere, which is cool.
Non-stop, dude.
I've always thought summoner was better than Hardlight anyway, so I don't know why people were sleeping on that. I don't really know that Hardlight needed a nerf. I never really felt like it was that overpowered. I mean, it definitely had its moments. I know you've been working on auto rifle, an auto rifle.
So we did Ghost and I got an auto rifle build coming out, or guide, like kind of like similar to my Fusion one.
Chrome, that's our boy.
Oh, Chrome's up in this bitch. What's up, baby? How we doing? But yeah, so we did a lot of testing with the auto rifle post patch. Ghost actually hopped in for a couple hours and we tested all the ranges and everything. The range fall off. The range is still stupid nutty compared to both Suros and Summoner. So, I mean, yes, it's not as good, but it still outclasses both those guns dramatically, which you guys will see in the video once I drop that guide. It'll be either tomorrow or the next day. But just insane. The gun still wrecks on ricochet. I mean, it still has a bonus damage. Yes, it's not doing a 50 to the head, like two-shotting someone, but it still rips. I mean, you're still doing 34s up close on a ricochet, and you're still going to land extra bullets with that. So, you know, I can't really, it's still very, very good, but like you said, the second people hear the word nerf, they're like, put it in the vault. You know what I mean? So I think it's still great, still balanced, and it just kind of took away the cheapness of just spraying randomly through corners and like picking off kills like that. So
you just have to
very happy with it. What were your guys' thoughts?
It's great. It's great and all that they nerfed the Hardlight, but the real problem in trials right now in Crucible is the Antius wards. Like, I mean, I would have much rather them kept Hardlight like it was and give Antius wards a nerf, because that shit's even more ridiculous. Like, shotguns, Antius Wars, Titans. I mean, our boy Chrome that we ran with last night, he was using that, and he was just tearing people up.
Dude, it's I don't know, dude. Antius Wars is a whole nother level. Chrome was telling us about it too when we were chatting about it last night, and he was like, the fact that it's 362 is just stupid. He's like, I was sliding like the opposite way, got like fusioned in the back, and all the bullets deflected. He's like, he hit every single pellet on me, the whole thing, straight in my back, like 360 bubble. So like, I don't know. They definitely could change some things. I know. I like the idea of it. It's just so ridiculously strong. I think an overshield would be good instead of like, an overshield when you're sliding rather than just immune. And I think maybe changing it to frontal shield would be good. You know what I mean? Like, because it just gets ridiculous out here.
So, so Chrono says first week of Anomaly, 90% of the teams he played had at least one Hardlight. I do remember that. And that wasn't just that map. It was most maps. Kendo says ricochet damage was nutty. Good change. Yeah, I mean, I do agree with that.
I think it's still really good, though. It's still insane. Like, you still do 1.35 damage off a wall. Like,
Nintendo's here. What's up, Wagoneer?
What's up? So, yeah, guys. Oh, yeah, Chrome said Antius needs a cooldown. Yeah, easy, dude. Put a 10-second cooldown in on it or something like that. 7 seconds. Like,
you said it. Now, we know Bungie watches the show, so that'll be in next week's This Week in Bungie.
That's a great idea, actually. I like that. But, cool. Let's keep it rolling. The worst topic of the day, the Titans. So
are they outplaying everybody in guarding games?
We were talking about it here on the show last week. It ain't right, all right? Something's wrong. Someone's cheating. Someone's glitching. And it turns out we were wrong.
The numbers are out, and numbers never lie.
We're very fact-driven here, all right? It's all about the facts.
We just found out that Titans are just shooting crayons right into their veins first thing in the morning. They're waking up. They're taking some raw eggs. They're taking some wax. They're throwing them in a cup. Just wax dripping down their face, baby. They got crayons crawling out their pockets. I don't know, baby. They're just amped up and ready to go.
Dude. I mean, it kind of made sense, though, once I heard it. Because I was like, well, what else are Titans good at, like, besides bounties? They can't do Grandmasters, or they can, but definitely not optimal for Grandmasters. Not optimal for PvP. I mean, maybe with anti-swords, but, the hunters own the PvP land. The warlocks own the Grandmasters. What do they got? They got to have something. They got to have some slice of the pie, all right? Like, and the other pieces are missing, okay? They're gone. They're stolen. They munched them down. All right? So I guess that's what they're doing. They're out there just running the boring shit, running that shit.
And I don't know. The numbers that Bungie posted, it said that they were out participating, they were out banking. They said hunters showed up the first day, and their participation alone, they had more participants. So they said it was really weighted. They're not planning on making any changes. It seems that warlocks and hunters just aren't. I mean, like I said last week, hunters. Where do you see a majority of your hunters?
PvP trials, dude. That's it.
Yeah. So. People playing Crucible don't give a shit about Guardian games. They don't, they're not out there running forges, okay? You know how many forges I've done since Guardian games started? The ones that we did the other night with Nintendo.
It hasn't. Your emblem is still buried behind the sign. They might as well just take it down, all right? Take it down. Throw it off the tower.
Yeah, they're just outplaying everybody. And, I was pissed. I thought it was rigged. I saw videos of people cheating. They're not cheating. They're just juiced up.
I'd like to see the numbers on maybe like new light players. Like what percentage of like worst play? Like what if it's just players that don't do anything else? They just run that boring shit anyway. Like they don't play the high end.
So I was thinking about it too. What's the easiest class for a new light player to join? Like what class has the lowest skill gap?
And I was just thinking like which one like would look the coolest? Like maybe the Hunter or the Titan, but the Titan's like the big badass looking dude, you know what I mean? The big like Spartan warrior going in there. So
and also a lot of the streamers, so you see like Imtash, he's always running Titan, Houndish, Cacus, like Glad. I mean, they run all the classes, but a lot of their videos they're rocking Titans. And if you're a new light player and you're looking up guides, like best Destiny builds, you're definitely going to see that people are rocking Titans, and you're going to think, oh, Titan must be the best class. That's what all the God kids are playing. So
yeah, for sure. Yeah, I don't know, man. Oh, well, you heard the buzzer. On to the next. We have any comments? Let's see what's up. Personally, I contributed my laurels by running Shattered Throne and just sat on the throwaway for like 2 hours, just killing enemies with grenades. Fair enough. But it's just metal based, right? It's not laurel based for the winning?
Yeah, but you have to collect laurels to get your medals. Yeah, so.
What is that? Does that count as a public space?
Yeah, it's just raids and rage strikes and
Gambit, Crucible.
Gambit, yeah. I don't know. That don't count. So.
Love y'all, Warlocks and Hunters. Yeah, true. Gang. All right. Moving on. Evolving Seasons. Some cool stuff came out in the TWAB, some leak stuff. Dutch, why don't you go ahead and lead this one off?
Yeah, so like we spoke about last week, the people at Bungie, they're doing a lot of great things to let us know like what's going on now. Every week they said they're gonna, for the rest of the season, they're gonna let us know what they're working on instead of keeping everything, keeping us in the dark and keeping everything hush hush. They're gonna give us a little bit more information, which I personally think is great. I don't know how many other games out there, their devs are actually relaying that information. So one of the things that they said that they want to have a better story and more content, and I think they've realized that their Shadowkeep mold or concept didn't work as well as the Forsaken concept, right? Where people have FOMO. You can't go back and play the Season of Undying stuff. You can't get those guns. You can't go back and play what was last season? Season of Dawn. You can't go back and play Sundial and get those guns. So mods, right? Like we make our mod builds for our Grandmaster Nightfalls. We play Crucible. We're using Powerful Friends on almost every single piece of armor. People can't go back and do that, so they're at a disadvantage. And, I don't know if they're going to find a way to bring those back into the game, but they said that they want to make the narratives more cohesive. I know that was something that they were working on for Shadowkeep, which they did a better job than they have in the past, and they're going to, keep things around longer, like in Forsaken, where you could go back and play Reckoning, you can go back and play Menagerie. Like, why are those things missing from the game? It adds more activities. It adds more. If you didn't get that God mode Breachlight, or you didn't get that God mode Line in the Sand last season, you're never going to get it.
Yeah, but I mean, as a hardcore player, I'm kind of a fan of like that being the case. Like, I mean, yeah, it sucks for like new players who come in, they can't go back and get shit. But at the same time, like, is FOMO bad for the game? Like, I get that people like don't like it, but at the end of the day, does it make players not skip seasons? Does it make people not take time off? Probably. Does it make you feel the incentive of like, yeah, I need to get this shit? Like, fuck yeah. Does it make you play? Does it make the game more active? Probably. I'm fucking with it. And if you don't want to put the work in, if you don't want to grind it out, then you're fucked, okay? You have a disadvantage. You're not going to be as good, and that's that, okay? Like, sucks to suck. Sorry about it. Go cry to someone else. Or how about you just play the fucking game? Not crying, I didn't play for 3 months. Like, you have 3 months to play and get the shit, okay? 3 months.
And really, you don't even have to play 3 months.
Days of playtime. You literally go into the Sundial and do your shit. You go into the Seraph Towers, pull your shit. Like, it's not fucking behind 50 walls of gameplay that you just can't complete in 3 months. People just aren't fucking playing. Sorry. All right, I'm fucking tired of it.
And really, you don't have to play all 3 months in order to get the stuff. Like Duke, for instance, last season, he was a little burned out. I know he was playing Zelda. That's one of our homies that we run with. And he took off 2 months out of the 3 month season, hopped in that last season, grinded through everything, got all the guns, got all the mods, and was set up for this season. So you could still take a break and come back and get the stuff. But I think they, if players are joining the game for the first time and they don't say when Shadowkeep launches, they don't get the game, but then like we're like, yo, you should get this game. We played all the time. You're our homie. And they join in halfway through the year and they're like, oh, how do I get that gun that you guys are rocking? Well, sorry, you missed it. I mean, they can go back and get those guns. So
no, I think it's dumb. No fucking way.
Well, I couldn't agree
and
more
also,
with you.
like with the new system that they talked about where they're going to be phasing all the guns out anyway for a 9 month to 15 month lifespan. Right? Like they're getting phased out anyway. So it doesn't really matter. Like there should always be something new to work towards that's going to replace that shit anyway. You know what I mean? Like the mods I kind of get, but like then they should just introduce new mod, like a new version of the mod. Like once that gets phased out. Like that system's way better than just, because now what? Like some kid's going to get the gun in the last month, like in November or December, and then it's fucking gone in the next year because it's done its 9 to 15 month lifespan. It's gone in a month anyway. Like,
so
fucking
we
great.
check the chat because we do have some good points in the chat. Riss says sucks for new players though, which I said thank you for being on my side. And then Chrome says on Powerful Friends he's upset that it gives 20 mobility and players like him who want to get it. To which Big Joe responded down at the bottom, Powerful Friends can drop from Gunsmith now. So I didn't know that And
Can it
Duke,
really? Is that a thing?
Duke's kind of right. He says he's not out here needing his adhortative with the 3 god rolls he got chilling his vault. So yeah, I mean, I guess if the guns were better, then it would be better. But I didn't know that, Big Joe. So thanks for dropping that in there because that's a.
I didn't know that. Is that factual? Is that like all the mods? Like are all the old Charged with Light mods now at the Gunsmith?
And I do remember Chrome saying that last night that he heard he could get it from, but he said he dropped 10,000 mats and hasn't seen it yet. So I don't know. Big Joe, I would like to
Skeptical,
if you put an article on that, it would be great to see. I would really like to know if that's Season 9 Dawn mods. I don't know. I didn't know that. I hope that's true. I mean, not that I need it, but that would be a good way to actually like keep people from missing out on that stuff if they did have a chance to get it from
just make it a world drop, not easily accessible like it is that season where you can just buy them or like from the whatever it was like the sundial shit or like this season it'd be the bunker stuff, but just make it a world drop and like.
But also too, to the evolving seasons thing too, I would like to see the seasons kind of mesh together. Well, that's kind of something we didn't talk about, but they didn't do that in Forsaken. So if they can kind of take the content of Forsaken and the storytelling of Shadowkeep and put those two together, I think they could have a really good game on their hands because we do know we're in touch with Afro Bob, who's a lore guy, and we do know that this is one of the best years Shadowkeep for lore. I have expressed that in the past that I think that they're trying to tie stuff together. So take the lore and the story from this season and match it up with the content of Forsaken.
Yeah, and with the story stuff, dude,
make the game harder. Weed out the weak bitches and give us the hard game we need.
Dude, they've been doing that this season. I've never been prouder. This is the most added difficulty. Like, if you can't complete the high-end content, this season is not for you. Like, what came out that's for, like, easy players? Like
Guardian games?
Seraph Towers, and that's it. Like, they got Seraph Towers.
And even the Seraph Towers are hard now.
Yeah, so, what?
Bang Energy liked your story.
Oh, we posted about Bang Energy last night. They just liked our story, okay? We're going up big time, all right? Everyone let them know. Dr. Pepper and Bang, that's what we're living on.
So Big Joe said patch notes 2.8.0. So we'll have to check that out.
Yeah, dope. I think that's a great idea. Definitely money. Like, I do understand, like, not being able to get those. I would like to see, like, more versions of the Powerful Friends come out.
says it rotates.
Like,
in
I
the
want to
daily
see a Powerful Friends version of all the other ones, like Intellect, fucking Recovery,
and that's kind of,
Resilience.
That's like what we were going to do, and they never really came through on that, huh?
Yeah, we thought that because that was for Arc, so we assumed that like Resilience would be void like the next season, and then like Recovery on Solar or something like that. But I'd like to see some different ones as well.
Yeah, because that could make some really crazy builds.
Yeah, for sure. Very cool.
All right, well,
yeah, we went way over time on that, but discussed some good content.
And if you guys have any more questions on that, make sure to post your questions in our Discord now under the Guardian Report gaming discussion. If you'd like us to touch on some things that we haven't, if you're in our Discord now, just like put a hashtag Postmaster and the questions.
Yep.
And they don't have to be Destiny related. Last night, Decon showed his busted ass teeth.
Last night, you got the best story in the game. Okay, the best question was ever asked. All right, but moving on. We've got the XP grind, so this kind of goes hand in hand with the Guardian games. People have been kind of upset. They're not calling it the Guardian games, the bounty games, or whatever the fuck, all the different memes and stuff that are going around social medias. And basically in the TWAB, they were saying that they're going to try and move away from it feeling as bounty heavy for XP. They're going to try and put more emphasis on activity-driven XP, things like that, rather than completing the actual bounties. Dutch, what's your take on that? What are your thoughts?
Well, I think it has pros and cons. I mean, players like us, or there's other high-end players out there. Towards the end of every season, what do we start doing? We know we have a week or two left. We start stacking up bounties on each of our characters. We know that once we get our what's that shit called when you're in your fire team, and you all go to once you get that, you know that you're going to be turning in all of your bounties. You're just going to be going through. You're going to be whipping them out. You're going to get your artifact up to 12. You're going to get all the mods unlocked so you can participate in the high-end activities. If they take bounties away, that grind is going to be a little bit more. Me personally, I don't mind bounties so much because I like how it switches it up. Like if I go to the gunsmith and pick up all his bounties, and then I know I'm going to be doing strikes, and then I go to Zavala and pick up all his bounties, I can see that, oh, I need to get shotgun kills and strikes for Zavala, and I also have a gunsmith bounty for shotguns. I'm running the strikes with shotguns. Like, and how often do I actually ever use shotguns? So not really. I mean, occasionally, but I don't really find a good use for them over a fusion rifle in any activity, PvP or PvE. In Crucible, we use a lot of fusion and PvE, like raids and stuff. I use a lot of Zealot's Reward with Fusion Frenzy and Rampage. So I don't know, like, it's cool. Like, oh, bust out your sidearm today, or bust out your sword. Like, you're running a whole strike and you're just doing nothing but getting sword kills. So I kind of like bounties. I hope they don't do away with that system completely. I know they were saying that they were going to get rid of weekly bounties and replace that with something else for XP gains, so you can do your weekly XP chunks to work up to get your artifact up. But if that means that it's going to take me 3 weeks to get my artifact to rank 12, then I don't fucking like that at all. I'd rather you just keep it the system the same way. The only time I have a problem with bounties is during like events like Guardian Games, or where it's an event created around doing bounties and it feel like tedious.
Yeah. I don't think bounties are going anywhere, but I mean, Kendo just made a great point. A few daily bounties shouldn't give more XP than completing a raid. The people who purely grind bounties shouldn't be getting more XP than running raids, grandmasters, trials, etc. I couldn't agree more. Like, just because some fucking kid picked up a bunch of fucking strike bounties, goes into the strike playlist and puts on the right fucking gun, he gets more XP than me going in and sherpaing out some raids? All right, or going flawless in the trials? Like, how does that make sense? So I completely agree. I don't think bounties are going anywhere. They'll still be like an added bonus, but just hopefully not the primary. I'm the complete opposite as you. Kind of just like Chrome just said the same thing. I fucking hate, I just don't do the bounties that make me change my loadout. I'll pick them all up. I don't read them. And I just play. And if I beat them, I beat them. If not, to the trash. I can always buy more.
You're wasting Glimmer, bro.
I can always buy more Glimmer, all right, dude? I'm fucking pockets loaded in the Glimmer game, okay?
Not me. I'm always out.
I'm always fucking max Glimmer in the bitch.
I'm the poorest. I'm the best looking, most empty pocket guardian out there, baby.
The best looking homeless guardian in the game, in the galaxy. But... no, I mean, I'm with it, especially because I really only find myself playing really high-end content at this point. I'm only doing... The air horn doesn't work? Oh, you turned your volume down. You turned it down for the whatever. Turn it back up. That would be it. Ready? 3, 2, 1. She turned her volume down because she was watching Instagram stories instead of paying attention to the show. Anyway, yeah, dude, I'm always doing Grandmasters. I'm always doing trials and shit. I'm not going to change to a gun that puts me at a disadvantage just so I can fucking get some extra XP. I'm fucking outie on that, okay? The only time I'm doing that is week 1, grinding up. And
I'm a jack of all trades, baby.
I don't even think it's going to be more difficult to get to the max artifact, because if they make the activities do more, think about how many activities we grind week 1. We played
that's true.
3K. I'm going to be maybe higher now. I play way more than I do bounties, so money.
Yeah, and I guess that just depends on how it's weighted too.
Yeah, so I'm excited. Give me the loot.
Even Kendo knows you're all about the loot.
Yeah. Here's Stat and his loot. Jeez. Anyway, let's keep it rolling. Let's move in to topic number 7, final one, the end game. All right, our favorite thing to talk about, our favorite thing to play, our favorite thing about Destiny.
That's the only reason why we're here.
I'm here for the end game, all right? I am the end game.
I know we got our homie 410 Ghost is all about the loot. We're all about the end game. I don't even care about the loot. If you're grinding loot still,
you got a problem. I got all the loot, all right? Now I'm looking for the clout, all right? It's got an L, it's got an O, it's got a T, but it ain't loot, all right? It's clout. Dutch, let them know.
Is the Grandmasters and Trials enough in the end game? I mean, we do have raids, Garden of Salvation. We have the Grandmasters and Trials. Is that enough to keep high-end players around? Because it doesn't seem like we're getting a raid layer next season, which we were kind of banking on that this season, and we talked about how much we want that for next season. We keep talking about how we want a Whisper of the Worm, Outbreak Perfected type mission. I don't see us getting that at this point. Just the way the current season have been modeled, I just don't know if we're going to get that. I think last season was the big boom with the quarters of time. I mean, there's still hope for the season because next week is the last week of Guardian games, so they're not going to drop anything next week. If anything, they're going to start putting stuff out the weeks following. So I would definitely like to see something out there to keep us grind. I mean, I'm going to grind regardless because I'm still going to play Trials. I'm still going to play Grandmasters. I still have exotics to farm high stat rolls of. We went back and we started doing the old raids, but like we talked about before, there's really no incentive to do those except for just for fun and getting high stat roll gear.
Yeah,
is it enough? Is what they have right now enough?
Well, like I said earlier, this has been the best season we've ever had as far as difficult high-end content, in my opinion. They dropped Grandmaster Nightfalls, which, in my opinion, is harder than any fucking dungeon or, I mean, maybe even raids, like more difficult than raids, just as a pure fucking shit fucking you up standpoint. But I don't know. I mean, I love that. I love that that's back. I love that Trials is back. Finally, like a really high-end thing that feels a lot better than, you know, it feels more rewarding because you can get that instant gratification in one night rather than just a long grind of Legend. I think that's a much better fit. So I'm really happy with the high-end stuff they put in. But I do think that this game, at the end of the day, the end game content is raids. And one raid a year just isn't going to cut it. You know, it just doesn't. I think even if they brought back a prestige mode that was extreme, like imagine a Grandmaster Nightfall version of the raid, like just fucking champions everywhere, tournament mode on or whatever they call it, contest mode on, like 25 levels below no matter what, and just like they give out dope adept weapons or something. Like that would be
nuts. You'd run out of time, bro.
Fuck it, give me the wagon, all right? But just something. Just like a crazy difficulty of the raid halfway through the year at least. If you're only going to give us one raid a year, halfway through, 6 months in, you drop the prestige hard mode, craziest shit ever. Like, people can't beat it. They don't. It takes 4 hours to beat it. If your team wipes, you go to orbit. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, just do it. You know what I mean? Make it fucking ridiculously hard. And just have that be the 1% thing that, like, the top-end players grind towards. Like, the content's there, the system's there, fucking load it out.
Like I want ornaments. Give me some ornaments. Like,
I mean, we've been saying that for years. I mean, they're listening to the show, but I guess like
if there's a prestige mode raid, give me some prestige mode ornaments. So when I'm fucking walking through the tower, I can be slanging dick and everybody can see it. Like I want them to know that I'm the fucking man. I want to be shiny. I want to have gold chains. I want to have a fitted hat.
Yeah, dude, I agree. We've been saying that for years. I don't know where the ornaments are. I don't know why there aren't special ornaments for Flawless. I don't know why there aren't.
I want to be Duke dangling at the tower.
I don't get it. All right, I don't know what they're doing with their ornament game. I don't know what they're doing with their cosmetic game to begin with, because if they fucking put out some better cosmetics, they would make more money and they could fund the game more. Like, I'm ready to buy some dope-ass gear. I'm waiting for the fucking Warlock chest to come out, all right? And now I'm not spending money because it comes out. But if they drop something sick, I'll spend my fucking money on it. They just don't put anything dope out, all right? Put something sick out. Put some lava flowing down my arms, right?
They need to hire Kanye and get him up in there designing.
Give me the Yeezy edition, okay? Let me get the.
Could you imagine if they like pulled in Nike and Nike designed like an ornament set, and then they pulled in like Kanye and Kanye did a Yeezy set? Like,
yeah, dude, that's what I'm fucking talking. You know,
like let me get my Air Jordans on my Hunter. Let me get my Air Jordan
Yeezy Boost 350
ornament on my Stompies.
Oh my
God!
Just
stop around my J's, baby.
You know I'm out here pulling up, all right? Kobe. Yeah, dude, it's a huge option for, like, think about a game like Fortnite, the richest game in the whole fucking world, and all they do is sell outfits. That's it. That's all they sell. Everything else is free. The game is free. So fucking follow that model. How about you make something dope? Like we said, we've said it before, the skeleton outfits for Halloween. That was like such a great idea. Why don't we get more creative stuff?
I bought those.
That's not like super realistic.
Is going to have some cool shit, and I passed on the skeleton ones because I thought the Christmas event was going to have some cool shit, and then they didn't, and then I was like, well, Crimson Days is definitely going to have some cool shit, and they didn't. Like, I wish that I could go back and buy the skeletons now.
I know, I'd rock some skeleton shit right now for sure.
For real. I saw someone in Trials last night was rocking a full set of skeleton gear, and I was like, tuh, that's what I need.
Beast.
It was a Warlock.
I'd like to have those too, dude, so I could mark out my gear. Like, right now it all sits in my inventory, right? And I can't, like, I've built some different sets, PvP set, PvE set, but I don't fucking have a way to, like, mark them as anything. Because even, like, if I put them, like, in the different sets, I can't fucking remember that shit. But if I had, like, my PvP set was the skeleton one, and my whatever was, like, another ridiculous set, like, it would stand out, like, that's for that piece, that's for that piece. You know what I mean? Like, love that shit. Great idea. Anyway.
Yeah. So going back into the chat a little bit, we missed some combo.
The Gucci Warlock coat. You know what's coming, all right? Next week, give it to me.
Chrome says trials loot is a problem, and like the guns are good and the stat rolls are good, but there could definitely could be more of incentive to play.
Adept weapons. But they already said they're working on a lot of that, so I'm excited for next season.
Big Joe said need a new raid badly. Agree, couldn't agree more.
Yeah, because Big Joe's at like 1,000 clears at this point. He's like, I fucking can't do another one.
Chrome says they need to bring back the same idea from House of Wolves, where casual players need an incentive to play trials so that every single game doesn't feel like Game 7. I mean, I agree that there needs to be more casuals in trials, or they need to get some rewards from it, but just like endgame drops where, you know, you complete a game and you can get a pair of boots. But listen, every game doesn't feel like it's Game 7. Okay? Game 7s feel like Game 7s.
We had the worst Game 7 I've ever participated in last night. The craziest, most dramatic, hardest, most frustrating Game 7, and we came out on top in round 4-4. Beast, Aaron Till to the face.
In dramatic fashion.
Ridiculous.
So, yeah, dude. Game like we said this last week. People complain that it's hard to get out of the first 4 games, and believe me, I said that for a while. But once you actually get to Game 7 and you try to win some games after 7, like you got to win 10 games after 7.
You don't know until you've been to the darkest place of the Trials universe. All right, it's Game ridiculous. 7s. You don't know until you've been there. All right, it may seem like it couldn't get any worse, but it does, and it hurts.
Yeah, those games after 7. What did we play? We played 1, 2, 3. We won 4 and we lost 3, right? Yeah, because you can only lose 3.
Yep.
So we played 7. We played 7 Game 7s last night, and
after a flawless card, and we lost more than half of them.
Yeah, it's tough, and that was after skipped our way to flawless, basically.
Yeah, so stupid. But yeah, guys, cool, very cool. Let's keep rolling. We want to do some Postmaster. If you guys got any questions, check the Discord. I haven't been looking at that. Dude, I
got bit by a mosquito when I checked the mail today.
These too? Nice.
It's awful.
If you guys have any questions, just whatever, ask them now in the chat. We'll answer anything. You can do some speed round shit.
Lost count of the Aaron Till collapse last night, dude. I was whipping them, dude.
Dude, and in our Game 7, they were up 4-3, round 4-3, and Dutch clutched a double Aaron Till clip.
Dude, I shot the guy so hard it DC'd him from the game.
And he got kicked from the game. He was like, not today.
But then he flew back in.
4-2? 4-3? I don't know. Stupid, dude. But
so while Decon's looking up the Postmaster right now, I'm going to give you a little rundown of the sweatiest trials game we've ever had last night. So we're in there. We're playing some dudes. They had, like 20 to 40 flawless clears between, each person. They were up there, and they were definitely good. And I even said, I was like, I've played this guy before. Like, I recognize his gamer tag because I always sit on my computer and I always type in, I check their stats, check what exotics they're running. That way I can refresh after every round in case they switch guns. And I recognized the guy, and I recognized them because they were running 3 Bastions, 3 Summoners. And if you want to talk about OP, okay, play 3 kids that are running Bastion Summoner because that shit's wild. And they were all hunters. They had Worm Husk. So we're tied 2-2. They're beating us. I clutched it with an Aaron Till at the end. It was like a 2v1. I thought I was going to die, and I shot the dudes. It DC'd one of them. So we were up 3-2. Then we won the next round, up 4-3. Then we whiffed around hard, and they came back with their Bastions. I think we supered, and they Bastioned us out of our supers. It was 4-4. So we're going into it. Decon's like, why are we playing so slow? We're being so reserved. We don't ever play like this. Next thing you know,
we're Guardian down.
It says Guardian down. Their dude somehow rejoined. I popped my super out of fear. I was like,
so then they got a guy back. Now they're fucking swagging on us. I'm like, they're everywhere.
They rest him. They both got their supers back. Now we have two
like
supers and they have two
going
supers.
at one time. I'm hiding in the corner like, please, Lord, don't let me go to jail tonight. Oh,
dude, I was sweating after that game.
Legit. All right, let's get right into it. Duke asked, what's y'all's fondest, most memorable moments from Destiny over the years? I'll start it off because I read it a second ago and I was already thinking about it.
Okay.
I would probably say just raid completions in general for the first time. Like, nothing feels better than, like, after spending 15 hours in a raid for a week straight and finally getting that fucking last boss dead, dude.
The jacket.
Like, the jacket, like this. But, dude, I remember, like, D1 Volta Glass first clear on Atheon. Like, just fucking gold, dude. It feels great. It's the best that's what we play for. You know what I mean? Like, that's the moments you play for.
That getting boosted the He's and Lords 6 weeks in a row.
Oh my god. Or like going flawless. Either one. Just like completing the highest tier activity in the game and doing it with fucking swag. Doing it with the wagon. Doing it with the squad, all right? Especially when you're rolling with a party of 6, your boys, you're running the same people every night. And you guys all finally get the jacket. Like, that's it. That's what it is. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I would probably have to break it down into a couple different moments. For me, it was the first time I ever did a raid. I know you played World of Warcraft, and I never played games like that. So the first time we ever did a raid, Vaults of Glass in D1, and we completed it, like, we still joke around, like, when we're playing with Ghost, he's like, all right, let's do a mid-stair cleanse, bottom-stair cleanse. Like, to me, like,
baby.
Those moments, like, learning the mechanics for the first time of a raid and completing them, that's definitely a fond moment.
It's a different level of gaming.
I'll never forget my first flawless one was actually with Duke Bigums and this kid that worked for me when I was a manager at Panera Bread, like, years ago. He was like, yeah, I play Destiny. I want to play some Trials. I've never played before. And the three of us, that was back in, like, the Thorn days. I think I was rocking a Thorn and, like, it was the Vault of Glass sniper rifle. I don't even remember what that shit was called.
That's right, Kendo.
But it was money.
Week 1 flawless, baby. Run number 1. It was run 1, right? I don't even think we lost a game.
And I think also, I mean, like you said, just running with the homies, dude. Like, playing with your squad. Like, this game, like, before Destiny, like you and I knew each other, like, we were friends, but, like, this game is just the relationships that you build in Destiny, like,
100%.
Like, you and I used to play Halo Reach. Was it Halo Reach or
Halo Reach? Yeah.
Yeah, Halo Reach together. And when I got Destiny, I didn't even know that you played Destiny. I remember, like, playing one night with my homies, and we were just, like, looking for another person, and I, like, saw that you were on and saw that you were playing. I hit you up, and you were like, "Oh, I didn't know you played this game," like. And that's kind of like...
that's how the whole wagon got started, all right? That's when we picked her up, threw the wheels on there, and pushed her down the hill. We've been going ever since.
So, yeah, I mean, definitely a good question, Duke.
Fuck yeah.
That's
Big
why
Joe
we play
asked
video
about,
games, and that's why we play this game.
Big Joe asked about the 2v2 tournament. Definitely in the works. We're working on some stuff. We don't have all the specifics worked out. We do want it to be most likely a one-day thing, and we could do multiple, you know what I mean? Like, it's not... We definitely want to do a bunch if it's successful in the first one. But it's not going to be like a long multi-week thing like some of other ones have been. We want it to be people to join, get their shit out, give them their clout, and that's it. There's not going to be...
That helps too, because when those ones are drawn out over a long period of time, people lose their interest, and then next thing you know, they're not showing up for their matches. I mean, when we were in our 1v1 tournament, that happened to me. Like, Christmas came, and then I was like, well, I'm not doing my 1v1 matches the entire holiday break because I wanted to spend time with my family, shit like that. So it has to be a one-day tournament.
And then we're not going to do any fucking rules. Like, it's not for me to fucking say what gun you can use. All right, we're playing it just like it's Trials, elimination, whatever's available in the Trials game you can use in the fucking tournament.
Use your anti-ist wards, use your Hardlight.
I love when kids are like, no mind benders, no fucking Suros, no Hardlight. Like, I saw some tournaments, people were like, no Hardlight in our tournament. Like, stop being a little bitch, okay? Fucking go out there and learn how to give them the wagon or get the fuck off, okay? Hop on it, get bumped off the wagon, all right? I don't have time for it. Learn how to win. Learn how to adjust and become the best, or you don't have a place here, okay? I love it. So yeah, there's not gonna be any rules or anything. Just super casual, all for fun. We're gonna have some silver prizes, some cash prizes and stuff, and of course, all the clout that the universe could provide is gonna be available for the taking. So yeah, super excited. We'll have some more details on that hopefully this week.
Oh yeah, Captain Sano, good one. He said Scourge of the Past runs with the biscuits. Yeah. That was definitely definitely some memorable times. Yeah. Shout out to the biscuits. You know who you are. I ain't got to explain.
Let's see. Anyone else have any questions in the chat? Are we good? I think that might be it. I think we're good.
Yeah. Yeah. So some good questions, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Praetor's Revenge. That was the name of the Bolt sniper rifle. Definitely, that was my baby. Back in the day. Yeah, Risk, we wish you were on Xbox. Come on.
He said use whatever you want, but if you use Antius, you're dead to me. Big facts.
Risk, get you and your squad to trade in your PlayStations and get on Xbox.
Yeah, come to the real world, all right? Come to the big boy leagues, all right? But I mean it's perfect time.
They just did a survey.
Season, PlayStation
they just did a
5.
survey, and I think Ghost that told us about it, where it said that Xbox players are the sweatiest players in the game.
Yeah, of course we are. We've been playing since Halo. What did fucking PlayStation kids have? They had like Spyro. Like, yeah, get your sweat on in some Spyro, some Crash Bandicoot, all right? Doubt it. I'm out here trying to take people's heads off with the Needler, okay? You don't know nothing about that life. How can you? I'm fucking dead. All right.
You know what's my shit in Halo? I used to rock the alien dude with a Needler, and I used to rock that, what is it called, where you could, like, go down into a shield, so if, like, someone stuck you with a grenade,
oh, that was
you
Halo,
could, like...
What was that, Halo 4? Yeah, the fucking...
I don't know.
Yeah, the abilities, that was sick. Yeah. I know.
Yeah, you could go down to like a shield and like the grenades and like.
Yeah, they'd stick you and you'd go down and it'd shoot off in their fucking face. That shit was lit.
Yeah, and then you'd like pop out of a shield and just needler someone and they'd explode.
Yeah, fuck yeah. So awesome, guys. Dutch, you want to run through some shared wisdom with them?
There you go. No. Yeah, dude. So.
Armor lock, baby. Yeah, that's fucking right.
That was Reach.
Yeah, Halo Reach.
Yeah, that was
legit.
Reach.
But cool, man. Let's go through some shared wisdom. We got a little more shit for you.
I was the worst, baby. That's why I use fusion rifles now. I got to keep my reputation as a scumbag. That's why they call me bottom feeder, baby. I'm fucking down there. And the scrums. All right. They've announced that the season's going to end June 9th. That means we'll be getting the next season redacted. They don't have a name for it yet, or they're not willing to share. Anteater, Beaver, Rabbit, and Watercrest and Newt codes are being investigated. Hopefully they figure that shit out. I also read somewhere that they're investigating, or not investigating, but they're working on putting in a joining in progress in trials. So,
but like yesterday, a kid joined back for like 3 rounds later. He was gone. He joined back in the round. So
yeah, so I don't know if they already put that in or not. I didn't read it now.
Yeah, if anyone can confirm, I did a search on Google and I didn't find anything that wasn't like people asking for it. Like I didn't find anything like they added this back. I didn't see anything in patch notes. So super fucking weird that was able to be done. I'm not sure, but I don't mind it. But I was just, it's a big fucking throw off when you think you're bad. Like you got 30 seconds left in the round and all of a sudden a man was just added. You think of fucking. It changes your fucking state of mind, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
All right.
Dude. Level 32 PDS and Daily Seraph Bunker weapons can be claimed now. That was bugged for a few weeks. And there's still issues with Ava Levante Guardian Games bounties. For you hunters out there that are playing Guardian games, I know there's not many of you, but there's a bounty where you have to, using Way of the Pathfinder, I think it is, where you have to kill 5 people with a tether. When you shoot the tether, even though you tether 5 people, when you shoot your second or third tethers, it resets that. So once you get your 5 tethers, like just throw a grenade on them and kill them and don't shoot another tether. Pro tips. Because I was struggling with that bounty until I was like, I know I'm tethering like 15 fucking people right now, and it wasn't giving me credit. So
yeah. Kendra said you can join back if you get kicked all the way to character selection. If you just get an air code back to orbit, you can't.
And that would explain why it took him so long to join back in. So next time, if someone gets kicked, we just need to put the pressure on. And
that's dumb. Like what? You can get if you go to character, cool. But if you get air coded, you can't. Like, great fucking idea, Bungie. Just as good as your overtime rule was at Trials Release. Like, what the fuck are you thinking over there? Tired of it.
Glad that's fixed.
But yeah, cool.
So we got Danny Mayo out there. What's up, Danny? Oh, he's hating on Armor Lock. Well, fuck you too then.
Armor Lock's lit. All right, it was definitely the best ability, no doubt. Dude, I used to just stick kids and go into Armor Lock. I'd rock the I would just run straight up to them. They'd almost have me dead. Stick, Armor Lock, boom.
And that was the first time that they put Sprint into a Halo game too. You could either pick like Armor Lock, Sprint. There was a jetpack. I remember just like wishing a motherfucker would jetpack. Like as soon as you see that dude hit the sky, it was just boom, boom, boom.
I
boom,
wish
boom.
a motherfucker would jetpack out here.
DMR, baby, DMR.
I'm dead. That's awesome. So cool, guys. Well, thanks everyone for tuning in. Everyone drop a like on the video. It really helps us out, helps other people find it. If you enjoyed, I saw lots of laughing emojis, good times, lots of great communication today. So
thanks
hope you guys
for
all
joining.
Enjoyed. Drop a sub if you don't have it yet. Tell your friends. Let them know. We got, like I said, the auto rifle guide coming out. We got some more fun guides coming out this week. And
Crucible
be sure to
School
check it
we're
out.
working on.
Yeah,
Or
let us know what you guys want to
Trials
see in the Guardian report. If you guys have any recommendation stuff, drop that in our Discord channel. The Guardian report discussion. And yeah, top plays coming out Thursday again. Make sure you guys are submitting for that. We've been getting a bunch of great plays, so if you guys got the plays, we want to see
And
them.
if you guys want to help evolve the Guardian Report show, and you have any friends that are interested in watching, send them to our Discord so they can drop questions. We do have a section in our Discord. It's called what is it called?
Postmaster.
Hashtag Guardian Report.
Discussion.
Guardian Report discussion.
Yep.
So throughout the week, like if there's like something you want us to talk
Something
about,
comes to mind.
yeah, like if there's a topic you want us to touch base on or anything, or if you just have like a random, like I know a lot of the times like Dev introduced me to Google Docs. So we'll be playing and we'll be talking about something and a great idea will pop into my head and I'll just type it into Google Docs real quick. Like I know a lot of you guys probably have those same conversations with your friends when you're out there running strikes or doing whatever. So use that as your Google Docs. You know, if there's anything you want us to talk about, just post it up in there. That way, you know, it helps us come up with ideas for the show. We're always trying to do, you know, come up with fun things.
That's right. So cool, guys.
It's a lot better. It's a lot better than eating Pop-Tarts. I'll tell you
Thanks for
that.
tuning in. Drop a wagon in the chat if you had a good time. And we'll see you guys next time.
Now we wait for the show to end. Cap knows how it goes.
Now we wait for the show to end. We'll figure it out at some point. Fueling off. Fuel the jet, baby. We'll see you online. Let's go.
Oh, by the way, this is brought to you by Dr. Pepper.